We just got back from the History of Sound with Pauline Chalamet on the Zoom call here. How's it going, Pauline?
It's going really well. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Pretty
good.
good.
Long time no see.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
really just get back. It's been a week, but
Yeah.
I think we all remember the History of Sound.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to remember as it's a very long movie. Uh,
This is true.
but so what do we all think? Uh, what do you think,
You know what
Pauline?
I have to say that I respected about it? I respected that they really went for it. They like made a period piece. The actors were great. There was like a real commitment. We were spanning years.
hmm
It it felt like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
And it's like nice to go to the movies and see a Hollywood movie. Um, and that's kind of been and being able to digest it a week later. And I thought the performances were really, really good. And that's where I kind of wish it had been more about that relationship
hmm
and that we had been more inside of the relationship, whereas like this was just more, it was a little more intellectual than I think
Hmm.
Yeah.
would have liked.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Like this movie felt like it was like a pretty big like undertaking kind of. I mean, like it just felt like it was done like pretty well. Like, like they definitely made it like a period piece. It was like it felt like a big movie. Like I agree. Like I didn't even heard of it, but like then when I watched it, it felt like the places they were filming and like how many years they were spanning and stuff like that. Like I mean, I was kind of surprised. Like, yeah, and I also agree that the performances were really, really great.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I think that the performance is definitely the most outstanding part of this movie. It definitely gets bonus points for me because it's original. It's an original movie,
Yes.
and we don't have much of those anymore. So that definitely gives a bonus point. But I felt that it was very long, uh,
Yeah.
and it got a little boring at times. Um,
Yeah.
but I can definitely appreciate the movie. I think that Paul Mescal and Josh O'Connor were great.
So good.
I do wish that it was. Yeah, I agree with you. I wish it was more about the relationship and not the intellectual part. But at the beginning, something I had a problem with was at the beginning they made this whole thing about how he can see color and he can like taste it or
Yeah.
something, and then they never mentioned it again. So I don't
Yeah.
know why they did that.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
guess I think it was like
Yeah.
to evoke his genius.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
then
Like he
also
was
he's
like a
not that much
child
of a genius.
prodigy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, they were treating it like he was like a crazy child prodigy and stuff. And like obviously he was in like all those like successful choirs and stuff like that, like the prestigious choirs.
Yeah.
But at the same point, like I thought they were treating it at the start like he was like the next Mozart or something. They were
But
like,
that is something I actually enjoyed
Yeah.
about it, where it's
yeah,
like he was seen as this, yeah, like prodigy. He goes to Boston from like rural America. And like we're instead of seeing a movie that's about the best of this thing, we're just seeing about like one of the many people who are very good at what they do. And
hmm
then it's like this intimate story. My favorite part was when he goes to Europe.
Oh, of
oh
Right.
yeah,
course.
I
I
agree.
was
Was
just
Yeah,
like, oh, I want to live in this. I also like that we were starting because like years had passed. We were
mhm.
starting to get a sense of this character, like there was the married guy who like clearly he was having a relationship with and how he had kind of learned to internalize his homosexuality and he
yeah.
just kind of was like knew that he couldn't be openly gay but kind of had found a way to find people that he could still have stories with.
Yeah, it was very interesting to me that as soon as it went out of America and into Europe, it just instantly changed for me. I liked it
Yeah.
so much more.
Yeah.
But they didn't stay there for very long. We were in probably each country for 5 minutes because where was
Yeah.
he? He was in
He
Italy
was in
and
Rome and then like England, but
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was like for me, like Rome was the most interesting part because it was like I feel like it was the first part of the movie where like color was kind of there. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I
I
feel like
totally know what you mean, and I wonder
yeah,
if that's yeah. It's interesting you say color. It also kind of made me think of Talented Mr. Ripley. Just
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's what I thought too.
how
Yeah,
well they
yeah.
were dressed and there was like secrets and um yeah, I mean I think like one of the takeaways of the movie is kind of like you can have like a successful career, but if you're not able to like live out your love story with the person that you want,
Yeah, like
your
he
life
was
can
still
like
like
be meaningless.
unhappy kind of like
Yeah.
because like then it switched to England he was like I think he was like meeting the parents of like his girlfriend or something and
Mhm.
then like it was that like insane like Victorian mansion that they were in and like that was
And they
like
were so
yeah
cool too.
and
I
Yeah, the
yeah
kind of
parents are
I
really
kind of
cool.
was like, "Oh, I'm happy for him. Like he could make a life for himself."
yeah
But like he really just didn't want it.
didn't
The heartbreak really does come in the thing where it's like too late. Like
Hmm.
it's years too late to find the Josh O'Connor character. I forgot his name. Like
Yeah.
he was
Um, I don't know if I'm the only one who felt this, but towards the end, I felt that there was like 10 different endings that there were.
there were a few different endings.
And
Yeah.
yeah
I liked the first one the best because
Oh
as
my
the
God, the scene where he's just walking, right?
yes,
And
yes,
you got
yes.
and yeah,
uh-huh
he's in Ireland. Wasn't that when he
Hmm.
got to Ireland or
As soon
something?
as he got yeah, and then he is
yeah
aimlessly walking in
yeah
Oh, I
Ireland.
love that.
that's I feel
Yeah.
like that's where
That
it
would have
should
been
have
the
ended
perfect that was a perfect ending, but then they had to tie everything off with a bow. And
Yeah.
I
everything
mean
had
like
to be just perfectly
yeah
wrapped up. And I definitely thought that the ending where she sent him, or spoiler alerts, obviously, but the ending where he sent him all of the valves
Yes.
that was not needed at all.
yeah
It didn't
Yeah.
need to be there. What did you think about that? Do you think that you like that or?
I don't know if I needed it. Like where the story now lives in my brain, it's just more answers, right? So it's like I feel like I was given answers that could have been left unanswered and I would have put pieces together in my own way. Um, but yeah, I felt that it was a beautiful moment. Like just that idea of you go on and you like live your life and you become successful in what it is you want to do and this one thing that was leading you on the path that you just kind of forgot about. Because at the end of the day you realize like I can't remember these characters' names, but the Connor character like made up this trip for them to go
yeah
on so that they could spend time together. And you realize that when the cylinders come back, that it's a very like beautiful moment for
yeah
him. Like he gets this kind of closure. But did I need it? I didn't necessarily need it. Like I it answered a question that I felt didn't need to be answered.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that part was like it felt good. Like when I was watching it, it was like, oh, that feels good, like for the sense of closure. But like for me, I feel like it would have been better if it just ended when he was like walking in Ireland or whatever. Like that, I feel like for me that would have tied it together better.
Definitely. I
Yeah,
agree with
because
you.
then you get the thing where he's living on through his
Yeah,
heart. Like he makes it to Ireland, he like, you know, and instead of it being a little more literal, it ended with a very literal ending.
hmm
Yeah. Um, but overall, I think that the movie got a little stale at points. I definitely feel that when he went back to his home in Kentucky, that's where it kind of dipped most for me. When
When
he,
his mom died.
yeah, when his mom died, I think that was probably the biggest real dip for me when I was like, all right, let's wrap this up. But did you guys feel that the movie was boring or did it entertain you guys the whole time?
I
Well,
mean,
I don't know about the word boring. Like
Yeah.
boring to me means that like there's nothing going on. Like you're sitting in a room and you're like, what? And I'm watching the screen. Like I think if I had been bored, I would have got up and left. Like
yeah,
I
Yeah.
would have been like,
I mean, like, yeah, I
so I
understand.
don't think
Yeah, that's a good take.
I don't think I was bored. I think maybe a like there was something that felt slow paced. That doesn't bother me in films. I like slow-paced movies. Like some of the great filmmakers are slow. You can like who am I thinking of right now? I don't know why. Like even like Ozu or whatever. Like there's like slow-paced movies that are beautiful, or a lot of like French movies. But I think the slow pacedness spanning a really long time is a little bit more difficult to digest because you're not living in real time of slowness, like watching someone knead bread is like you're watching the thing happen. We're in a slower dialogue, or not dialogue, but like we're in a slower storytelling, but over such a long period of time.
Hmm.
So I think that is makes it a little bit harder to sit with.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. This
But I will
movie.
say that I thought the cinematography, then we'll come back to you just asked the question and James hasn't answered. But
Oh,
um,
sorry.
I thought the cinematography was beautiful.
Yeah.
I did think the cinematography, I was like, but sorry, James, I cut you off.
No, I mean like I don't have much to say. I mean like yeah, I feel like that's a good take. Like I mean like I wouldn't say I was bored during it, like because like yeah, I mean like there was still something going on. Like I still wanted to know what was happening, like for the end goal, like
Yeah.
just like that section in the middle of the movie. I think like around their song collecting trip and like some stuff around there, like got it wasn't boring. It just got like really kind of like very slow and just for me it just wasn't as like entertaining, but like for like the entire movie as a whole, like I still understand that like some of those scenes were probably important for like the parts that I actually found like entertaining like towards the
Yeah.
end of the movie. So like I still feel like maybe it's like although it got really slow in the middle, it might have been more necessary for like what happens at the end, I
Yeah.
guess.
What do you think?
Yeah. Me? I
Yeah.
f well, now hearing you guys talk, I don't know if I was, for lack of better phrasing, not necessarily boring. It wasn't like watching paint dry or anything, but it was it was it was I liked the fact, I liked the storyline, and definitely after the first time he went to go meet Josh O'Connor's wife. That's where I was like, okay, I'm back in it, because
Mhm.
I really didn't know how she was gonna react to this, because there was a side of me that's like, oh, maybe she's gonna get angry, and uh like be mad at him, or she's gonna be really sad. And then she kind of, I can't really remember what happened. She sends him
So
off.
she's aware. Yeah, I really enjoyed that scene.
Yeah.
She's aware of something. Like as a viewer, you don't know what she's aware of, but like immediately she wants this guy to come in.
Yeah, she wants him to
And
come in, yeah.
she wants to talk to him,
Yeah.
and then she kind of lets it be known that like, you know, I got all your letters.
Hmm.
Because he was
Yes.
still sending the letters once the Josh O'Connor character had died.
Yeah, I felt that was really, that's like the point where I was like, that was the biggest payoff for me in the movie. Like when they
Yeah,
were trying to do the whole time,
for
when it
their
was like,
names.
sorry, I didn't send you a letter about like letter back after all your letters.
Yeah.
That was like, that's like the biggest thing for me. But keep going. Sorry for
No,
interrupting.
that was it. I'm just looking up their names. I can't remember.
I think it's David and
Oh, David and
David,
Lionel.
Devin and
Yeah, yeah.
Lionel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean I also feel like although like maybe I mean I feel like this first in some way it shows that this movie is like a bit successful to me like as a viewer because like I still felt like emotion like during it like
Yeah.
you know like when we found out that like the guy like killed himself like that was like very sad, you know, like there was certain points in
I
the movie
know.
where I felt
Also, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also felt like because when I left the movie, I was like, oh, there were a lot of endings. And now that I sit with it, like I remember also like t fully tearing up when he
Yeah.
receives the like the
Yeah.
all the vessels,
Yeah,
and I
so
was like, oh man, like and so then I'm like, well, could I really have done without it? Like maybe it wouldn't have felt as finished.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that just kind of shows that, like, if a movie's like able to make you feel like a certain emotion like that, you know, like you still have to give it credit for that. I mean, like, that's
Yeah, and that's
pretty,
why also like the cinematography impressed me so much because
Yeah.
you really, especially the scenes in Kentucky he's in, is that it?
Hmm.
Um, like you really felt how like rural a space it was. Like
Yeah.
you in Lionel's home, you felt like there was no other home for miles around. And the winter with the seasons changing, like you really felt that. And I thought that was like I thought it really was a beautiful movie. That I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
just like
oh,
the oh
the
my bad,
DP.
man. You go, you go.
Sorry. I was just looking at what the DP has done. He also did the card counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and First Reformed. Sorry, keep going,
I
James.
mean, yeah, like I feel like almost like every single like shot like it was like really really beautiful, like especially like when he was outside, like even when he went to like the college, I think it was like Bowdoin or something. He was like he was like walking in like the fields or something to the house, like everything just looked like really really appealing cinematography. Like it just looked really really beautiful for most of the
Yeah.
movie.
Uh, I
And
just.
all
Oh
those songs,
yeah,
like the idea of the movie is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Like this idea that like songs were so important and they meant so much to different cultures and we can forget them if we don't pass them down. And so this
Mhm.
idea of the journey of going and recording the music is a really interesting idea
yeah.
Totally.
Um, so this movie did not do well.
at the box
Overall,
office.
no, it did not. The budget was 20 million, and it made about 700,000. So it did not do very well, clearly. But um, I think that
I mean, but like for a movie like this, I mean, like it'd be hard to expect it to do well. I mean, like the thing is, like obviously we all like have a lot to say about it and stuff, but like it's not going to be one of those movies where like I'm not going to ask one of my friends to go see History of Sound like on a
well,
Saturday or something.
I don't think kids are the main
I know,
uh
but like I mean,
audience for this movie.
I just feel like it's just
Yeah,
never
but
going to
that's a
do
good
as well as
question.
like
That's a
another
good
movie
question.
like that.
Who is the audience for this movie? Who do you
Yeah.
guys think the audience for this movie
I mean,
is?
yeah, it's obviously not like 13-year-olds, but I mean, I don't know. Like maybe I mean, maybe Pauline, maybe you would have something better to say about that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I'm curious. I think it's a good thing that you question that is raised. Like,
I think that I think that the people who I don't know, probably your age maybe is
yeah,
probably the thing,
like
but
in their
But I
also
also feel
30s.
like it'd be like touching for like older people, like maybe even like my
yeah.
grandparents or stuff,
I
because like
wanted it to be, you know what it is? I wanted it to be more erotic.
Yeah,
But
but
if I wanted more of their what is the word I'm looking for? Compatibility. Like, because then I think I would have felt maybe a little bit more heartbreak for why they can't be together.
mhm,
hmm.
And
Yo, yeah.
I think if we had maybe because I'm just thinking about my age group, and I'm
mhm,
like maybe if it had been a little bit more erotic, there would have
mhm.
been something. Maybe it would have appealed more.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
I guess that like I didn't feel as much like the connection between them just because like there wasn't even a lot of the movie where they were actually like together. Like obviously like the song collecting trip was probably like the biggest kind of part of the movie that showed their connection.
Yeah.
But I feel like during that trip like they probably could have like you said like focused more on like their compatibility and like their relationship because then it yeah like you said it probably would have
Yeah,
made
because
it
then
feel
what we were
different.
left with, where then it kind of tugged at our heartstrings,
Yeah.
was that when we find out that David has died, and we're with Lionel, Lionel goes back into flashbacks of things that David had said on the trip, like, um, like, do you ever worry about what we're doing? Et cetera, et cetera. And we didn't see those questions arise in real time. And maybe it would have been interesting to see those questions arise in real time.
I
Yeah.
would yeah, I definitely feel with like their compatibility and things. Like the only time I really felt that was like what on the trip were kind of where they were in the tent together. And
Mhm.
they were talking and they were kind of snuggling, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
But then also when he like left to go like sleep outside of the tent, I was like, okay, he's going to, it doesn't, I didn't really feel that that was like a
But
big,
wasn't that because he, like another element of the movie that we haven't talked on at all, but I think it was insinuated, but maybe you guys, maybe I'm wrong, is that basically he must have had a really hard time fighting in Europe in World War
Mhm.
One. Like,
Yeah.
because that was part of why he slept outside too. Like he basically has one line to Lionel where he says like you know nothing of war, or like you know nothing of what it is to fight, or and then I feel like he slept outside after that, but I could be remembering it
Oh
wrong.
yeah,
No, I think
I
that's right.
didn't I kind of even didn't even remember that he went to fight in the war.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, that
also
wasn't really touched
they
on
also
more.
should have I feel like talked about that more. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously it was a pretty long movie, so it's like it's hard to ask them, "Oh, they should have talked about more of that when it was
But
already
see,
over
that's
two
why I think
hours."
it felt long. I think it felt long because we were dealing with so many different, we were spanning time where so many different things happened, but the movie's just really about this relationship.
Hmm.
So all the things that were being done individually, like going to fight a war or what is it to be a prodigy singer, all of those things didn't have the time to be delved into because it
Yeah.
wasn't really, I mean, I guess we're more in Lionel's POV for the movie, but it's about the relationship. So we didn't get a lot of personal, like, journeys, if that makes sense, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess that, like, taking it back, like, I guess it was like probably a bit over 2 hours. Like, I guess that's not that long,
It
but
was only two
also,
hours. I was looking at it because I was looking at it versus one battle after another, which is 2 hours and 50 minutes versus this is only 2 hours and seven
I
minutes.
mean, yeah, I guess it wasn't even that long, but like, it felt long. But like, I guess that I understand. Like, there was like so much different stuff, like the war and being like a prodigy singer. I'm kind of curious about like what it would have been like as a movie and how long it would have been if they really took the time to go in get like depth about all the different things like the war and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
I mean, by that point it could be like maybe even like around 3 hours if they were gonna like spend time on all that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean,
sure.
because
And
like
maybe, yeah.
and I don't know if I like necessarily would want it to be that long, but
Right,
like,
right, right.
but also at the same time, like it would have been nice to have like a little bit more insight about like World War, like because like I feel like he was really like didn't I feel like Lionel, who was the guy who like invited him on the song collecting trip, right? Was that
No,
David, no,
David.
David invited
okay?
him.
David. So David was like, he was like I feel like he was almost like he wasn't like secretive, but like it's almost like he didn't really like talking about like a lot of things like that were kind of like personal to him and stuff. He was just
Yeah.
like
But also
kind of
No,
that
like
you
was
going
remember
that.
he said in the thing when after like he's like the morning after they have sex, he's like I don't even know anything about you. It's like you haven't told me anything about you, and
Yeah.
he like
like what would
tells
you
him
like to know or something like
yeah,
that,
and then what
right?
would you like to know? And then he just tells him like where he grew up. But yeah, we don't really learn that much about Lionel,
And he's
or
like
not
I'm
Lionel, sorry,
yeah.
David in the movie. But
And then he's
I'll
just like I'm going to war and then he's
yeah.
like yeah, and then he doesn't talk about it all at all until he's like you don't know what it's like to fight or something like that.
Right.
Um
Yeah, so saying it would have maybe been interesting to see a little bit more of like a character change pre-war, post-war in this
mhm.
guy.
One
Yeah.
of some of my other favorite parts of the movie, like was when they were kind of just having like fun together. And that was like wasn't a lot. Like
Yeah,
when
but I will say this director directed this movie called Living,
mhm,
and Living was really good.
I
Hmm.
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, I liked
Um So if we were all gonna give this a letterbox review out of 5 stars, what are we gonna give The History of Sound?
I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I
That's
would give
good.
it I think I already did give it. I think I gave it a 3. I think I'd give it a 3.
I think I would also give it a 3. Yeah, I think I agree on that 3. But
But
I
also like it's like give or take. Like it could also be like a 3.5, like somewhere in that range.
Yeah,
Like
but
I'm
I
not
also yeah. And I also, as I mentioned, I like that it's an original idea. We don't have a lot of original
An original
ideas.
idea is great, like,
Mhm.
and like it feels really like old school Hollywood. Like
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
the writer is not the director. The director directs it. You have big movie stars. We're in a period piece. We're spanning a long time. It's an original idea. It has a very Hollywood ending. Like it just feels like a Hollywood movie.
I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you on that. And when someone says like a Hollywood movie, you kind of think like big stunts and stuff like that, or like
Yeah.
big
Exactly.
explosions. But
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is kind of
yeah.
what it really is.
Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like studio film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you are in a show called The Sex Lives of College Girls.
Yeah, I know it's your guys' favorite show.
It's my guilty pleasure show. And did you go to college? And if so, what'd you major in, and how was your experience?
I did go to college. Um, I went to Bard College. It's a small liberal arts school in upstate New York.
Hmm.
I majored in political studies and actually double majored in like experimental theater. And it was a good experience. I became a good student in college. I was I wasn't like a bad student, but I didn't really care about school. And then when I got to college, I started to care.
Hmm.
And so that was like a big thing I took away and that I still carry with me. And it was good. It was nothing like on the show, which is like a big kind of rah-rah school. Bard is like a very, very small 2,000 person campus.
Hmm.
Yeah. Did when you were in college, did you have any movies that you really liked? Because I think that's the time where you're taking in the most information is kind of in that period. Did you have any movies you really liked during that college era?
That's a really, really good question. I It's so funny. The one movie, like I would go to the movie theater. The one movie I remember seeing in the theater was Zero Dark 30. That
Oh,
was like I remember like going to see that. And I just remember like the final shot of that movie with Jessica Chastain. Like why that's the one I remember, I don't know. But I'm like a big I like give me like a comedy. Give me
Hmm.
like, I don't know when Bridesmaids came out, but like for some reason I think of college and I think of Bridesmaids. Like I want to laugh.
Hmm.
And it doesn't have to be like I just think Bridesmaids is so good. Um
that's amazing.
but um what were some of the movies that I was watching? I watched a lot of David Lynch
Hmm.
Hmm.
um in college because I was friends with a guy who was like taking a class on David Lynch. So I just like watched all the movies and I remember, the movies that they would screen were a lot of like older French movies like The Umbrellas of Cherbourg and what other movies were there? Like this French movie Bonjour Tristesse. Like there was just like a lot of like arty movies that I
Hmm.
would see.
And then like
Smart.
I guess like when you were like closer to our age, like like a teenager, like what were the movies? Were you into film like back then too?
Well, Mean Girls was all I ever wanted to watch from the second that came out. And I liked all the big like Hollywood studio movies. Like, I don't know, like Princess Diaries, Julia Roberts, like all the rom-coms with Julia Roberts, which
Hmm.
came out a little before, but like that's what I was watching in middle school. I
Hmm.
also liked going, like I remember going to see Milk. I remember going to see I would see everything that was in the theater when I was in middle school. Like in I would have like ballet class on Saturday morning, and then after ballet class I would always go to the movies. So I really saw everything that was out during that time. And it really was like a different experience where you weren't so much like, oh, going to the movies was like, I have to know what it is I want to see. It was more like going to the movies, what have I not seen yet? Oh, yeah, I'll see this.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I guess like I kind of feel like that today as well sometimes, like not during the school year, but because like obviously I'm busy on the weekdays and stuff, but like I remember like especially this summer, like because I have like the AMC things where I could see like
Yeah.
4 movies a week or
Of
whatever. Like
course.
this summer, like I had never been seeing like been using up my free movies, but then like this summer I realized that like the entire summer I was just looking for what I haven't seen, and like I would be going to see like I think Max and I saw like a rerun of like Revenge of the Sith or something,
Yeah,
and like
Yeah,
that's
I
what
think
we're going to see like the anniversary films, and like we went to see like Seven
forgot we did
and
that.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like we just seen everything else at that point. So yeah,
I also think that the AMC thing kind of spoils me a little bit because you get
yeah,
it for free. And like if I see a movie that I'm like not liking, like I'll walk out of it. I admit I've done that before.
I think it's
But
okay. I rarely walk out because I'm just kind of like, but maybe it's gonna get better.
yeah.
I
Um,
think Max. I think we only did that like once.
I see what you mean. The AMC pass spoils you because you're like, okay, I can leave and I can see it again. How do you like if you want to go see an R-rated movie, do you guys go like with one of your parents?
So a year ago, when I first we met each other a year ago in seventh grade, and we started hanging out, and I was like, let's go to a movie, and we wanted to go see the movie Y2K.
Mhm.
And I was like, this is gonna be a fun movie. We're teenagers. It's gonna be like kids about us. And then he saw it and it was R rated. And I was like, dude, it's fine. Let's just buy a movie.
And
And I saw him and he was Googling jail time for sneaking into a theater.
okay, I think I was searching up like punishments, but now that I look back at it, like I realized that was pretty funny. I was like nervous that I was gonna get like banned from AMC for life,
Oh my God.
but
I
like
totally get that though. I really do.
because like
Like,
I had it at that point, it's like, and then like Max and I just started kind of like, like not really sneaking, but we just buy tickets to like Moana or something, and
yeah.
then let's like
Yeah.
walk into that one. I mean, because then I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, just like don't get caught." But then like so like my based off my mom's thing, like I was kind of still hesitant because like I think my mom was like a very good kid as a child,
Yeah.
but my dad was like, oh yeah, it's fine. I would just go buy a ticket to the movie theater when I was a kid and just stay the entire day and just watch
That's what
like
I was gonna say. The way
yeah,
that I saw R-rated movies when I was in middle school was that I would do a double feature. So
yeah,
I would see like whatever I'd bought the ticket for, and then we would sneak into the next showing of the
yeah,
R-rated movie.
yeah.
And then once I
Uh-huh.
want Jackass 2 or something came out when I was
Yeah.
in high school, but I wasn't 17 yet, and I had a friend who was 17. And I think that that's all you need, right? Is like a chaperone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I think.
it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So like we were told like okay, like if you I guess maybe not if it's a parent bringing, like kids, but we were told like no, like that friend can bring one underage. Like he can't bring like three underage.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He
Talking
ended up
about
I don't remember how.
talking
Yeah.
about theaters, you grew up in New York City.
Yeah.
Are there any theaters in New York, whether that you saw when you were a kid or now? What are some theater
My
examples?
favorite theater is Lincoln Square 13. It's on like 68th Street. And it's my favorite theater. I just love it. It's where I saw all my movies growing up. I
Hmm.
grew up next to Times Square, so I would go to like there was an AMC and a Regal, and what was really nice about that is that they're two huge movie theaters, so you could always find a showtime that worked to go see a movie. So that
Mhm.
was very cool. And then, just for more like I guess indie films, IFC or the Angelica, Village East, now there's Metrograph. Uh Anthology Film Archives. They always had like showings of some of those theaters do like new indie movies and some of them do like older screenings and reruns.
I love the IFC. I know because I saw 8.5 there, and it was
Oh
a
yeah.
midday showing, and
So
I've
cool.
never seen so many like weirdos who just
The,
love movies in one
what IFC is
place.
amazing for is like they program these incredible documentaries that you never would see. Like I saw one on now I can't remember what they are. Like Satan not Satanists, but like maybe Satanists. I can't remember what they are, but like Satanists are like not actually like devil worshippers. They're actually like it's just kind of like more like a community thing
Uh-huh.
and it was a really good documentary.
And then
Uh,
also I also just want to ask like so like where you are now, like do you have any films that are just like are kind of just like your favorites either now or just like overall like just kind of your favorites?
Yeah, always. Right now, so my favorite movie, it changes. Like
Hmm.
I have like a top five and then like, it moves around. And right now I'm going through a phase of, I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, but you have to see it. It's an old French movie. It's called in French La Grande Vadrouille, and in English it's called Don't Look Up, They're Shooting at Us or something like that.
Hmm.
And it's like I don't know anything about Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds like inspiration, but once if you guys have seen Inglourious Basterds,
Yeah.
Of
you'll watch
course.
this movie and you'll be like, "Oh my God." Um it, like it clearly like inspired him or it's a huge coincidence maybe, but I love Inglourious Basterds and I love La Grande Vadrouille. So I highly
Hmm.
recommend that. Like right now is my favorite movie. Like these old French comedies, I think,
I'll
are
definitely watch that. Yeah.
really funny. Um,
Do you like Man Bites Dog?
man,
That's the
what
That's
is
like it's a French movie. It's like the
Yeah, it's
first
the documentary,
mockumentary. It's
right?
the
Yeah.
first like mockumentary ever.
I've never seen that.
It's very good. It's like the first mockumentary, I think, like one of the first. Uh
Uh-huh.
and it's really good. Have you seen it,
Oh,
James?
No, but it's been on my watch list for a long time.
oh my God, I have to see this.
It's a very good. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's a
Uh,
great comedy.
uh-huh.
Um
I've heard
but
also like Max, you still need to watch it, but like one of my favorite movies is also like a French film. It's called, I mean, you've probably seen it. It's like La Haine. I'm probably
Oh,
botching the
La
pronunciation.
Haine,
La
so
Haine,
good.
yeah. Yeah, I know
I
it's always like I hate having to say it because like I know that I'm botching the pronunciation every single time I say it. So I'm just gonna
it's such,
say
I love that movie, and you guys have to see in French, it's called Les Misérables.
oh, of course.
yeah,
Oh, wait. Oh,
like
is this the
yeah.
one? This is the one that's not like the other one. It's
Not
the
Victor
where we saw.
Hugo's
Yeah.
adaptation of the
Uh-huh.
book.
Yeah,
This is like,
this is good. I've seen this movie.
yeah.
It's yeah,
And
yeah.
what's really cool, it's not at all the same filmmakers, but they're dealing with like the same social issues in France, but just like 20 years later.
Yeah. I
Oh, it's
this
so
wa-
is the one that came out in 2019?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I
Imagine Lee
invited
directed it.
I invited my French class over to go see it, and they were like they didn't allow the
did you
kids in my French
actually?
class. Yeah, I did
They
invite my
didn't
French class.
allow it?
I don't think that they because we were gonna go see the play, I think, and I was like we should go see this movie instead because no one wanted to go see the play. But I guess their parents didn't allow it or something. But it's a really good movie.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
I'll definitely have to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to watch
I
it.
mean, like the thing is, like I haven't watched a lot of French films, but like obviously I know that like a lot of like French films, some like the best, like or at least that's what I hear. But like but I also really like the director Kieslowski.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, I
him.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's he's like a one of my favorite
Oh
directors
my God,
because
the trilogy, like
yeah,
those
Blue,
are
White, Red is like
Blue,
my
Right,
one of
Red,
my
Yeah.
favorite.
and the
Yeah.
Double Life of Veronique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
he's
good.
just
Unbelievable.
amazing. And like he has like have you seen the Decalogue and
Yes, of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I mean it's just I mean for me like that's my dad's favorite director because my dad is like his mom's like from Poland and like his first language like Polish and stuff. So like that was like I'm pretty sure like he just like watched the Decalogue like as a kid like that was like his main thing because like he spoke Polish before English and stuff. But yeah, so for me that's like he's been kind of showing me that stuff since I was a kid, but like now that I've actually like watched it as I'm older, like I kind of realized like how actually amazing like of a director he is because obviously I didn't
Mhm.
appreciate it when I was like 5, but yeah,
Unbelievable.
unbelievable, yeah.
You know
Mhm.
who's really good French director too is Agnes Varda. Agnes Varda.
Hmm.
You should check out her work. There's a movie she's made many amazing movies. One is called Le Bonheur, Happiness.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not the
One,
Todd Solondz one.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking the Todd
I
Solondz
think
one.
I don't know if it's called Happiness in English, but that's what kind of what it translates to. Um, uh, just all of her movies are exceptional. I highly recommend it.
Is she the one who directed Cleo from 5 to 7? Okay, okay, then I'll definitely watch some of her films. I'll put him on my
Do
watch
you
list.
wait? I have to ask because you're talking. Do you speak fluent French?
I do.
Whoa, that's impressive.
That is a pretty
It's
impressive
like in
move.
my opinion, it's probably like it sounds the best of like all languages.
That's the whole thing.
I
Learning
like
about
French, but I
French.
also really like Italian.
Well,
hmm
that's like the love language, like the biggest one, right? I think. I
Yes.
don't really.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
uh, um, but yeah, I think just to end this off, do you have any advice to any young filmmakers out there or actors or anyone really like us?
I think just keep doing it.
hmm
Really just keep doing it. Like, don't wait around. Like, this is great. This podcast is great. You just have to keep doing this. You have to keep, like, if you want to make a movie, like, just grab your iPhone and do it.
hmm
And
That's my advice.
that's some
That's
good
some great
advice.
advice.
That's some
Yeah,
great, and it's true. We just got to keep doing it.
Yeah,
yeah,
of
Well, thank you so much,
yeah.
Pauline, for
Thank you
being our
so much.
guardian. Uh,
course.
it truly means the
Anytime.
world. It truly means we got to get you on again. It truly means
Yeah,
the
we have
world
to
to
do it
us.
again.
Yeah,
I'm
for
Yes,
sure.
sure.
It was
please.
so
Yeah,
great.
yeah. And it was also James's first time at the biggest mall in the world. They won't even let kids in the Container Store anymore. They like if they see you, they'll kick you out because kids have been yelling in the Container Store there. Like
Yeah, it's like
it's
a
in,
trend or
it's like a
something.
trend to yell in the Beverly Hills Century City Container Store. So they won't
Like a
even let kids in.
TikTok trend?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a TikTok
Wait,
trend.
wait, this is amazing. And yell like what?
Well, they yell this thing. Do you know what 6'7" is? Do you know what
No.
that is? It's like a real. This is a dreaded thing that we'd get into this on our podcast, but
No, 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 please.
no, it's like a trend. It's like in this song. It's like there was this like kid with like the ice cream scoop haircut who like went like 6'7" or something like that.
Then it became like a huge meme and like it's famous for like but now it's like the most popular thing among like kids, but it's
Dude.
like famous because it
Wait, so
makes
you
no
go into the
sense.
Container Store and you say 6'7"?
Yeah,
But
but
they scream it
it's
as
not
loud as they
specifically the
can.
Container Store, but the only kids who really do it are in LA and they all live on that side of town and it's all in the Container Store. So I've tried to walk into the Container Store before to buy a container, like a Tupperware thing, and they were like, "Get out. We know that you're trying to yell 6'7" in the mall." It's like that's not they won't even let kids in anymore, which is crazy.
That's wild.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
it's
crazy.
insane.
Okay, well, 6'7", you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you. I think that's a
Yeah, well,
great
thank
point to
you.
end this off on. I
Yeah,
was all right. Well, thank you so much, Pauline,
thank
for
you
being
so
our
Yes, so
much.
guardian,
nice
and thank
to
you,
talk to
so
you guys.
Thank
thank you all so
you.
much for listening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.